Every once in a while, you can hear in the distance, I think it's a motor somebody's trying to start, and it's running rough. It's going thump, 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 thump. But when I first heard it, I thought it was a ruffed grouse. And we do not have ruffed grouse in Illinois. And so my heart kind of sank. And I cried a little bit because I'm here in Illinois and not over in the Appalachians, where the sound of ruffed grouse kind of freak you out as you're hiking along. But it's the coolest sound ever. Well, besides a loon. Loons are pretty cool too, but they're not in the Appalachians. I have been out running off and on for the last couple of weeks, and the last 3 days I've been doing it daily. I did take yesterday off. It was church and we had to travel 2 hours, but I have got like a course in town where I have a 3.2 mile loop, and I think depending on which side of the road I run on around corners and stuff, it can be 3.3. Anyway, so I've been doing that, and I need motivation in order to do things. And so for me, I have decided I'm going to pretend as if I am going to thru-hike next year, and so I'm training. In the past, I've always had some kind of a trail run or something that I was aiming for, a 15K, or we've done a couple of half marathons also. And so I always had a race to shoot for. And right now we can't afford to do races and that kind of a thing. We're on a pretty tight budget. And so I am just going to pretend as if I am training for a thru-hike. So this morning, hearing that ruffed grouse got me motivated to get up off my rear end and go run in 80-degree temperatures with the humidity like skyrocketed right now. But it looks like we could get some rain. I don't know if the camera will focus on that to show. We could get some rain, so this could be a very wet run. But here we go. I got back from my run this morning, and Eeyore decided that she was going to start running, and we have decided we're going to do a 5K together. So we have to find a fairly inexpensive 5K in the area, and she is training right now for that. She looked up foods that runners eat, and so she had some whole grain pasta for lunch and made some chicken tonight for supper. I'm not going to tell her that chicken doesn't really do anything for running other than keep you healthier than, some non-lean meat. But anyway, she passed on the vegetables, but she has almost made it one lap around the track. So she has begun her training. We'll see how it goes. Running city streets is harder than you may think. I'm thankful that I have eyesight because my husband can't run on the sidewalks. The unevenness of them makes it hard for him to be able to see, to be able to run, period, on sidewalks. So he has to run out on the road. And the road is incredibly crowned. And so he runs on the road one direction, one way out, and then he runs the other direction going back, so it evens it out as best it can. I've gotten to where I can run 2 miles without stopping. This morning it is so hot that I kind of petered out at 1.8. But my problem is when I feel it's pace. My problem is pacing myself because I feel better, and so I just run, I let go, and I've got to slow down. When I'm running with my husband, it's a little bit easier to pace myself because my pride kicks in and I don't want to walk. So I'll get a few more miles of running in, or a few more tenths of a mile running. As far as cities go, though, Henry isn't a bad place to run. At least we have sidewalks, because we've been in some places that there aren't any. So this is nice. And having a route is a huge deal, so I know exactly how far I'm going every day. I try to run early mornings before the sun gets too high in the sky. But like this morning, it's just hot from the very beginning, and I just don't do well exercising in the heat. Now, I prefer warmer weather, but for exercise, my body hates it. Usually, I leave the bike riding up to my husband. I have a bike just so I could ride a bike path. When Kayla was a baby, and I had a pull-behind trailer kind of a thing. But I don't want to run every single day. That's a good way to end up with some kind of an overuse injury, especially when you haven't been running. By the end of the summer, I hope I can run more days than not. But today, I opted for the bike. Came back and finished off with a swim. I have been working on my arms, seeing as running and biking, you don't do a whole lot of arm exercises, so working on that. I think it'll help trekking poles too. My arm's a little bit leaner and actually getting some use. We have another adventure coming up pretty soon. We got a couple of them, and so I'll give you one hint as to what our first adventure is going to be. There's your hint. Not much of one. I'll give you another one soon. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.